Are nursing homes really your only option when you can't care for yourself in old age? What if I told you there are better, more dignified alternatives, and one of them might completely change how you see aging? In this video, we're revealing 5 powerful options you probably haven't considered, solutions that offer freedom, comfort, and care without the limitations of traditional nursing homes. Whether for you or a loved one, these methods could reshape your future. Don't miss out, your golden years deserve more than just a room and a routine. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting, life-improving content just like this. Let's dive into your better than a nursing home future. Lesson 1. Aging in place. Turn your home into a haven. When you think about growing older, where do you picture yourself living? If you're like most people, the answer isn't a nursing home. In fact, surveys show that over 75% of older adults would prefer to remain in their own homes for as long as possible. And the good news? That dream is more possible today than ever before, thanks to modern technology, home modifications, and in-home care services. This is what we call aging in place, and it could be the most comfortable, cost-effective, and emotionally rewarding choice you ever make. So, what exactly does it take to age in place? Surprisingly, not as much as you might think. You don't need to remodel your entire house or spend a fortune. Small changes can make a big difference, things like installing grab bars in the bathroom, improving lighting, adding slip-resistant flooring, or placing essential items within easy reach. These simple adjustments can significantly reduce fall risks, improve mobility, and give you peace of mind. But aging in place isn't just about the physical home, it's about support and services that help you live well. In-home caregivers are now more accessible than ever. They can help with tasks like cooking, cleaning, bathing, and even medical needs, depending on your level of care. You can customize the help you receive to match your lifestyle. Rather than being forced into the routines of a facility, let's not forget the emotional and psychological benefits. Living at home allows you to stay connected to your community, your neighbors, and your memories. The familiar surroundings bring comfort that can never be replicated in an institutional setting. There's even evidence that aging in a familiar environment can slow cognitive decline and reduce the risk of depression. Now, here's something important to ask yourself: is your home ready to support you as you age, or will it become an obstacle to your independence? This question might be tough to answer, but it's one worth thinking about today rather than waiting for a health scare or accident to force the conversation. The truth is, prevention is power. A few well-planned changes now can keep you safe and self-reliant for years to come. Another big reason to consider aging in place is cost. Nursing homes can be incredibly expensive, often over $100,000 a year. Meanwhile, modifying your home and hiring part-time help can cost far less in the long run. Plus, many local governments and non-profits offer grants or subsidies to help cover home upgrades for seniors. It's worth exploring your options before assuming that a nursing home is the only solution. Of course, aging in place isn't for everyone. It depends on your health, your home layout, and whether you have access to help when needed. But for many, it's a highly achievable and far more personal option that aligns with how they want to live, not just where. So, what does your ideal future look like? Would you rather wake up to the smell of coffee brewing in your own kitchen, or in a shared room down the hall of a care facility? The choice might seem far off now, but it starts with small decisions today. The next step holds something you definitely don't want to miss. In Lesson 2, we'll explore a modern solution that blends independence with daily support without giving up your privacy or peace of mind. You won't believe what's available now. Until then, imagine this: your favorite chair, your own garden, your morning routine, still yours. Even as you grow older, because home isn't just a place. It's a feeling worth keeping. Lesson 2, Assisted Living Communities, Freedom Meets Support. When you hear the words assisted living, what comes to mind? Maybe you imagine dull hallways, strict schedules, or giving up independence. But what if everything you thought you knew about assisted living was wrong? Today's assisted living communities are nothing like the outdated institutions of the past. They're vibrant, modern, and designed to support your lifestyle, not take it away. Imagine having your own private apartment, access to gourmet dining, wellness programs, social activities, and round-the-clock support, all under one roof. It's more like a resort with built-in care than a care facility. One of the most powerful aspects of assisted living is the balance it offers. You get help when you need it, whether it's with medications, bathing, or mobility, but you still maintain your own space, your routine, and your independence. You choose how to spend your day. Want to attend a painting class, go on a local trip, or just relax with a book in your private suite? The choice is yours. For many older adults, this environment can be life-enhancing. No more worrying about cooking every meal, managing household chores, or feeling isolated. You're surrounded by trained professionals and a community of peers, which helps reduce loneliness and even improve health outcomes. But here's something important to think about: is it truly independence if you're stuck at home, unable to do the things you love just because you don't have the right support? Many people stay at home too long, struggling with everyday tasks until an emergency forces a change. Assisted living, when chosen proactively, can actually be a step up, not a step down. It gives you the freedom to live fully, without the burden of daily obstacles. That's real independence. And don't worry, assisted living isn't one size fits all. Communities come in all styles, from cozy countryside cottages to luxury city residences. Some offer specialized services for memory care, while others focus on active living. You can tour several options and find the one that best fits your lifestyle and needs. Financially, assisted living might be more affordable than you expect. While not cheap, it often bundles everything: housing, meals, care, entertainment into a single monthly cost. When you add up the price of living independently with outside help, home maintenance, utilities, and groceries, the difference may not be as large as you think. Plus, some insurance plans and veteran programs help offset costs. Most importantly, assisted living doesn't mean giving up control, it means gaining choices. You're in charge of your life, with the security of knowing help is always available. That peace of mind can be priceless for both you and your family. So ask yourself, what's more important, where you live, or how well you live? As we age, our priorities shift. Comfort, community, and care start to matter more than square footage or tradition. Choosing assisted living can be a way to invest in a better quality of life now and in the future. The next step holds something you definitely don't want to miss. In Lesson 3, we're exploring a warm, human-centered alternative that's growing rapidly: living with others in shared homes or co-housing communities. It could be the lifestyle upgrade you didn't even know existed. Until then, take a moment to reimagine what support really looks like. Because assisted living isn't about giving up, it's about getting back to living. Lesson 3: Co-housing or shared housing, companionship without compromise. Imagine waking up in a home where your neighbors are your friends, shared meals are a regular joy, and help is never far away, but where you still have your own private space and independence. Sound like a dream? Welcome to the growing world of co-housing and shared senior living, one of the most heartwarming and practical alternatives to traditional nursing homes. In a time when loneliness and isolation are among the top concerns for older adults, shared housing offers something uniquely powerful: community. Whether it's a purpose-built senior co-housing village or a shared home among a few compatible individuals, the goal is the same: living together, supporting one another, and enjoying life in a more connected, meaningful way. Co-housing is not new, but it's gaining renewed attention for a good reason. Unlike large institutions, shared living feels personal. You're not one of hundreds. You're part of a small, intentional group of people who value mutual respect, shared responsibility, and social connection. Each resident usually has a private bedroom or suite, while kitchens, gardens, and living spaces are shared. Daily life might include group meals, game nights, or tending a communal garden. There's no obligation to participate in everything, but the option is always there, and that makes a big difference. But this isn't just about socializing. Shared housing can also be incredibly cost-effective. By pooling resources, utilities, groceries, transportation, you reduce living expenses. In some cases, these arrangements are created between friends or organized through programs that match older adults with compatible housemates. There are even organizations dedicated to building senior co-housing communities across the country, designed with accessibility, safety, and comfort in mind. Let's pause for a moment and consider something. What if the secret to a happier, healthier life in old age isn't more care, it's more connection? Research shows that seniors who live in community-oriented environments tend to be more active, less lonely, and even live longer. Human connection has real health benefits emotionally and physically. And in co-housing, you're surrounded by people who look out for one another, share responsibilities, and become like extended family. For many, this arrangement also provides a sense of purpose. Whether it's organizing a shared event, helping a neighbor with a project, or just having someone to talk to over coffee, these everyday interactions bring joy and meaning to life in a way that a solitary lifestyle often can't. And let's not forget the emotional security. While not medical caregivers, your housemates or co-housing neighbors become the kind of support system that matters most: people who check in, who notice changes, and who care if you're having a bad day. That peace of mind is priceless. Of course, shared living isn't for everyone. It takes communication, respect for boundaries, and some flexibility. But for many older adults, it's a refreshing, uplifting answer to a problem that often feels limiting or lonely. So here's the question for you: could your future be brighter by sharing it with others, not in a facility, but in a true community? For those willing to explore the possibilities, co-housing and shared senior living might offer the perfect balance of companionship, independence, and affordability. The next step holds something you definitely don't want to miss. In Lesson 4, we'll reveal how you can stay in the comfort of your own home with the help of a live-in caregiver, bringing one-on-one support right to your doorstep. Until then, think about this: home isn't just about walls. It's about the people inside and the life you build together. Lesson 4: Live-in caregivers, one-on-one support at home. Imagine waking up in your own bed, surrounded by the familiar warmth of your home, knowing that help is just a few steps away, ready when you need it, and out of sight when you don't. No loud hallways, no rotating shifts, no institutional routines, just personalized care, around the clock, in the comfort of your space. That's the power of having a live-in caregiver, a highly practical and compassionate alternative to nursing homes that more and more families are choosing today. A live-in caregiver is a trained professional who resides in your home to provide daily assistance tailored to your needs. Whether it's help with bathing, dressing, medication, meal prep, or just companionship, they're there when you need them without taking over your life. Unlike traditional care facilities where staff are responsible for dozens of residents, a live-in caregiver's focus is solely on you or your loved one. This one-on-one attention often results in better health outcomes, faster recovery from illness, and, most importantly, greater emotional well-being. You set the pace. You keep your schedule. You stay in control. For many seniors, this level of personalized care is not just more comfortable, it's empowering. You don't have to move into an unfamiliar environment or adapt to strict routines. Instead, the care adapts to you. And surprisingly, this option can also be financially smart. While hourly in-home care can quickly become expensive, live-in caregivers often work on a flat monthly rate, especially when room and board are included. Compared to the $7,000 to $10,000 monthly price tag of many nursing homes, live-in care can be a more cost-effective choice for families seeking both quality and continuity. Another major benefit: peace of mind. For adult children, knowing a loved one is not alone, that someone is nearby in case of a fall, emergency, or even just a lonely night, brings deep relief. The caregiver becomes more than just a professional, they become part of the household, a trusted presence, often forming bonds that feel like extended family. Live-in care is also incredibly flexible. Maybe you only need it temporarily after surgery or illness, or maybe it's part of a long-term care plan. Services can be tailored and adjusted as needs evolve, which is something many facilities can't offer with the same level of immediacy. Of course, it's not without challenges. Inviting someone to live in your home requires trust, compatibility, and clear communication. But with careful selection, often through reputable agencies that screen, train, and match caregivers based on personality and care needs, the relationship can thrive. So here's something worth thinking about: if you could continue living at home safely and comfortably, with full support, why would you choose to leave it behind? That question is one more families are beginning to ask, especially in a world where personal comfort, privacy, and dignity matter more than ever. For many seniors, live-in care provides the ideal bridge between independence and support. It's about aging gracefully, not in a facility, but in a place filled with memories, love, and the simple joys of daily life. Lesson 5: Empowering Family Caregivers, Turning Love into Lifelong Support. Behind every aging parent, spouse, or grandparent is often a silent hero, the family caregiver. They're the daughters and sons who drive to doctor's appointments, the spouses who help with medications, and the siblings who coordinate meals and home care. They do it out of love, but it's not always easy. The truth is, family caregivers are the backbone of senior care, and they're doing more than ever before. According to recent studies, nearly 1 in 5 adults is providing unpaid care to an aging loved one. It's a role filled with meaning, but also one that comes with stress, sacrifice, and a lot of unanswered questions. But here's the good news: you don't have to do it alone. With the right tools, resources, and support systems, family members can become empowered caregivers, confident, informed, and emotionally balanced. Let's start with training. Many caregivers worry they aren't qualified to handle medical tasks or don't know how to safely assist with mobility or hygiene. The reality is, there are countless free and low-cost programs that teach everything from lifting techniques to dementia communication. Local health departments, non-profits, and even online platforms offer caregiver certification programs that can be completed at your own pace. There's also financial assistance many families overlook. In some states and regions, caregivers can be compensated for their time through Medicaid programs, veterans benefits, or long-term care insurance policies. Some organizations even provide stipends, tax breaks, or reimbursements for out-of-pocket expenses like home modifications, mileage, or respite care. And speaking of respite care, it's a lifeline that every family caregiver should know about. Caring full-time for a loved one is rewarding but exhausting. Everyone needs a break. That's why many communities offer short-term relief options, where a trained professional steps in so the primary caregiver can rest, travel, or simply recharge. But beyond the logistics, there's something even more powerful: community. Being a caregiver can feel isolating. But connecting with others who are walking the same path through support groups, online forums, or local workshops can provide validation, understanding, and real-life solutions. Sometimes, the best advice doesn't come from a doctor, it comes from someone who's been there. Here's something to think about: if you had the training, the support, and the financial resources to care for your loved one at home, would you feel more confident stepping into that role? That question is one every family should consider. Because caregiving isn't just about helping someone else. It's about growing closer, building trust, and preserving dignity during life's most vulnerable moments. With the right guidance, family caregiving can transform from something you have to do into something you're honored to do. And with today's resources, it's more possible than ever to do it well without losing yourself in the process. For families seeking alternatives to nursing homes, stepping into the caregiver role isn't a burden, it's an act of love backed by knowledge, community, and strength. Conclusion: if you benefited from this video, even just a little, your feedback means the world to us. Have you tried any of these alternatives to nursing homes, or are you considering one for yourself or a loved one? What's your biggest concern or hope for aging with dignity and independence? Your story might inspire someone else who's struggling to make the same decision. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, we read every single one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, compassionate content about aging well and living fully. Let's build a community that supports each other, because aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means living smarter.